19 days. I have had this package for 19 days and I have not opened it because I knew that the moment that package was opened, I could not focus on anything except what was inside that package. And that wouldn't have been good because I just had like finals and stuff and Christmas shopping and but those 19 days are over. Winter break has begun. So do you know what that means? It means I can now open the package. Alright, from the title of this video, you probably already know what the frick frack patty whack is about to go down. So I'm just gonna start this where it deserves to be started, at the unboxing. Yes, yes, oh yes, oh yes, I've been waiting for this, and I've done my waiting. 19 days of it in school. Oh my god, yes, yes, oh yes, oh yes, it's a thick one. Oh, this bitch is thick. Oh yes, look at that. Look at, this is like, it's like half. It's like more than half of my face is in this. Oh my god. Oh my god. Oh my god. How many pages? Let me have to see this with my own two eyes. Oh yes. Come on. 808 pages. Finally. It's time for me to read Queen of Air and Darkness. Okay, so I'm about 30 pages into this book and it's so sad. It's like Livy's gone and everybody's just sad and yeah, it's just really sad. Okay, so it's Christmas Day and I'm about 100 pages into Queen of Air and Darkness. So usually it's like Christmas and the holidays, so I don't really have a lot of time to read, but I'm going on a flight tonight at like 7 o'clock to go off to California to visit my mom. And so I'm really hoping to get a lot of reading done then, and I'm real excited. So far, I'm really liking the story. It's really sad right now because, you know, Livy just died and all that stuff. And it's like hitting everybody hard. But there's some stuff happening and I'm really loving the book so far. It's only gonna go uphill from here. Okay. Okay, so it is about 8 o'clock in the morning. I'm reading my book with my mom. You guys all know what I'm reading, Queen of Air and Darkness, but I'm gonna let my amazing mom over here tell you what she's reading.
Okay, so I'm reading Becoming by Michelle Obama. It's a wonderful autobiographical book, a story of her life, how she became or how she is continuing to become. I think one of my favorite parts in this book is when she says that one of the worst questions you can ask young people is, what do they want to be when they grow up? She said, because we should be in a constant state of becoming, that you're never just done, but you're always evolving. So I think that's pretty cool, and it's a cool way to start the book. And you know, I miss number 44 and his family being in the White House, and this is just a nice way to keep in touch with them, see how they're doing.
Thanks.
No worries.
Shout out to the camera woman, my awesome sister.
Woo woo. I'm reading several articles about a new movie that I watched, so that's what I'm reading.
Okay, so I realized something. My book, this beautiful thick book, is too big to fit in my purse. It won't fit. It won't fit. Now I must carry it separately wherever I go. The things I do for love. You guys, Horace Dearborn is really pissing me off, man. Like, oh, he's Donald Trump if Donald Trump was actually smart. You know, like, oh. Like right now, he's doing stuff and, oh, he's so, and his, oh God, it's just so frustrating. And I hope he dies. And Zara and Manuel and all of them. And it's just so frustrating. And the worst part is that it resembles what's going on right now in politics in America and all that stuff. And it just, ooh. Alright, so I'm about 300 pages into my book, and honestly, I'm really into it right now, but I don't know why, but it's like all of the Emma Julian parts, I can't get into for some reason. It's not like they're not as interesting because they have the same, like, they have good plot, and I'm like so intrigued, but for some reason, I'm just like not as into it as I am the other people's storylines, which is weird because they're like the main people who I should be following, but for some reason I'm just like, I can't get into their thing as much, because they're those characters that whenever I get to their story I'm like, ugh, you know, I'm just kind of bored by it, which is odd because there's nothing that says it should be boring. Because like the plot and stuff that's happening in their parts are still really interesting. I don't know. Hopefully that changes. Hello, Happy New Year. Well, for you it's been New Year, but for me it's January 1st. I'm at the Rose Bowl parade and gonna hopefully get a little bit of reading done. Got like 200 pages left. I don't want it to end. Okay. Bye. Alright, so I finished Queen of Air and Darkness the day before yesterday, and I didn't want to film when I finished it because I was just too distraught that it was over, but now I feel like I've gotten my feelings in order and I can finally kind of talk about it. So really liked it. Amazing. I think it might have been my favorite book of 2018. It's just so amazing. And with that said, if you don't want to be any spoilers, you should probably leave now. Goodbye, people who haven't read the book. Go read it. Alright, so Queen of Air and Darkness was definitely my favorite read of 2018, and I know I finished it in January of 2019, but since I spent the majority of time reading it in 2018, I'm gonna still keep it as 2018. But anyway, it's just so amazing, and I loved the ending. It was just so beautiful getting to see so much wish fulfillment on my part with Magnus and Alex wedding and the beach party, and everything was amazing and perfect, and I loved that part so much. One part that I didn't think I would actually like was Thule. Because when I began reading about Thule, it was just kind of jarring because there was nobody else's point of view except Julian and Emma. And I remember before I read that part, I had said, oh, Julian and Emma's parts aren't my favorite. I don't really like reading them that much. But with Thule, that changed. I was so into them. And I get why she didn't have other people's parts, because Julian and Emma were cut off from the other world, and then so were we. And then I just thought that was really cool. Thule was not expected to be. I didn't expect to like it as much as I did, but I did loved it. I loved almost everything about this book. I thought it was kind of weird that like nobody died, because the entire second half I was prepping my heart there to be a big huge death that would kill me. For a minute, I really thought that Magnus was gonna die. I thought they wouldn't get the water and Magnus would die, and I was so relieved when he didn't, because my heart couldn't have handled that. But nobody really died, and so that was cool. Or, I don't know, I kind of wished somebody had died, and I know that sounds horrible, but I don't know, I feel like at least somebody should have died. But I'm not gonna complain that all my faves are still alive. So the way that they had to leave, that really changes things for the future and series, and I'm so excited to see how this is gonna happen now that Alex, the new, I think he's the consul, yeah, Alex, new consul, and whoa, I'm so ready for all this next stuff that's going to happen in this series. I'm just so excited. And then with Kit and Ty and how they're kind of mad at each other now, and and then Livy's ghost and Drew. I'm so ready for the Wicked Powers to delve into all that. And then Ash is alive, and I'm like, whoa. And then Jason, he wants to talk to Clary. I don't know how that's gonna happen and play out, but I'm so excited for the Wicked Powers and to figure out everything's gonna come next. And I think this was an amazing end to the trilogy, and it made me really happy while reading it. So I think 4.7 out of 5 stars rounds up to 5. Okay, so if you liked this reading vlog, give it a like. If you got something to say, leave it in the comments below. And if you want to see more of my face for some reason, click that subscribe button. Bye.